In today's What If episode, I go over what if the Digimon trading card game introduced HYPNOS cards. Now that Digital Hazard has officially dropped, I'm going to pay homage to my personal favorite season of the entire Digimon franchise, Digimon Tamers. But before that, if you enjoy these types of videos, do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell for more of my future content. Digimon Tamers introduced viewers to the first human characters who deliberately hunted and exterminated Digimon. You remember this cool guy who clicked that cigarette lighter and was voiced by Digimon voice actor veteran Steve Bloom. Quick segue, this guy has voiced a crap ton of Digimon. Not only has he voiced Black War Greymon, Flamedramon, Raydramon, and Magnamon, but also Guilmon in his Digivolution line too. Now that I've fanboyed enough about this voice actor, let's go back to humans hating and hunting Digimon. Let's go. HYPNOS was the human organization that made every attempt to destroy Digimon before they could biomerge into the real world. And in regards to the trading card game, I'm kind of tired of limiting attributes to certain colors. You know, red getting all the delete this Digimon or delete that Digimon of DP this and that. Blue getting nothing and just bouncing and literally needs green to start getting that good Mega Death. Yellow with DP depletion and security recovery, typical. Green, what removal? You're just suspending stuff. Black has pretty great removal. And purple that only targets unsuspended Digimon. But I eagerly await the day that Bandai gives deletion removal to all colors. And here's where this What If episode takes it up to the next level. HYPNOS specialized in 3 programs. But for this What If episode, I'm going to only go over 2 of these programs as possible option cards. First up, Yugoth. Yugoth was a simple program that locked onto a Digimon and deleted them. However, there were cases that the Digimon would withstand and disable Yugoth temporarily, then biomerge into the real world. So with that in mind, what if Yugoth was a white 8-cost option card that could delete a level 5 or lower Digimon? The only requirement is simply having a tamer on the battlefield. Doesn't matter the color of the tamer because the tamer is the human factor. But there's one catch. What if for 5 memory instead, you removed all the Digivolution sources from that Digimon and sent it to the Dark Ocean until the end of your next turn? The reduced play cost would be a way for you to save memory, and for your opponent to get the level 5 or lower back, except without its Digivolution sources. Since there's no such thing as the Dark Ocean, for the 5 memory you would remove a Digimon's Digivolution sources, make it unable to Digivolve, and it's unable to attack and block. Basically, this Digimon can do nothing for their next turn until after your next turn. I guess if you were to remove all the Digimon's Digivolution sources, prevent it from attacking or blocking, and unable to Digivolve or be Digivolved into, including DNA, then that'd be another keyword that'd be jamming? Wait, nope. That's already taken too. Screw it. I'll call it hang, which basically describes a process when a process or system ceases to respond to inputs. That'd be weird though, but let's roll with it, shall we? Yugoth is supposed to be a card that has versatility on whether your opponent's Digimon is deleted, or if you're too cheap to pay the full cost, to simply make it unable to do anything until the end of your next turn. As for the security effect, you simply get the delete a level 5 or lower, since there's no option of how much memory you pay. Coming up next, I'm going to go over Juggernaut, a program in Tamers that literally rewound the D-Reaper into its most basic program form. For this option card, again, 8 cost, Tamer required, and white, which restricts it to white decks if you don't have Tamers. This card would delete all Digimon without Digivolution sources, then de-Digivolve 3 on all Digimon on the field, and if the Digimon becomes level 3, delete it. This card combines elements of black, and also gives something that has never been given to blue. Blue specializes in source stripping sources, and one thing that Juggernaut did was delete all the D-Reapers who have no Digivolution sources. Likewise, the cost is a throwback to when all the Tamers Digimon began de-Digivolving, and unfortunately they were sent back to the digital world at the end. This card does not also not delete your Digimon without Digivolution sources, and ultimately if you're thinking of decks like Purple Mastamon abusing it, their Mastamon gets de-Digivolved, and their Lucemon Chaos Mode gets deleted since it has no Digivolution sources. As for its security effect, add this card to your hand. While highly unlikely to be ever made, you have to admit, Bandai did come up with cards like Alt Elite. This card is simply one step behind that. While there is one more possible program from HYPNOS, I think I'll convert that to an item card for next week's What If episode. What are your thoughts on HYPNOS cards? Would you want cards like Yamaki as a tamer to reduce these option cards' effects? Let me know in the comments below. This is Digi-Panda, logging out.